let's talk a little bit about the latest Netflix release, Red Notice.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you. Say Red Notice again.
The latest Netflix release, Red Notice.
Latest and greatest, apparently.
Yeah, it had the largest opening day release for Netflix.
Yeah. They got me. Netflix got me because, of course, they've been promoting Red Notice on WWE shows for like 2 weeks. But I was just like, it's no offense to Netflix. But I was like, it's a Netflix movie. But, I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Gal Gadot.
Right.
It's probably going to be pretty good. I was on Netflix watching The Babysitter's Club. And the little, like, trailer when you hover over the icon started playing, and it was the bullfighting scene.
Yeah.
With Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson. I was like, fuck, that looks kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, and I'm glad we did. Because I'm usually, for those, a lot of these streaming, like, exclusive, because there's so many streaming services and so many of these releases.
It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, sometimes they kind of just fall by the wayside. But I am a big fan of The Rock, as we all know. So I was like, I want to support what he does. And especially off the heels of his latest comments, where his production company's vowing to only use rubber guns on the sets of his movies.
Good.
So I that's a big name to just say that right off the bat. I don't know if that was implemented for this, because this was made, I think, last year and came out this year. So, but anyway, so this was the $7 production company's first ever streaming exclusive production. It was directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber, and like you mentioned, starring The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, and Ritu Arya, who we all recognize from The Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see her in this. I don't think I've seen her in anything since, but I'm glad we gave this one a chance, because I really, really enjoyed it.
It was really good.
It was in the vein of like a early 2000s kind of like spy heist thriller kind of thing.
It was like a heist adventure, like Indiana Jones. They even reference Indiana Jones in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Gave
me a little bit of a National Treasure vibes.
Yeah. And so it's like that's probably the best comparison, is kind of like a National Treasure-esque movie.
Yeah.
So it's like a adventure heist comedy. And it worked really, really well, especially with these three. I think we were talking about it a little bit last night. I was most surprised with Gal Gadot in this movie.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I have really only seen her in the DC stuff.
Same.
And, she does the whole, like, bewilderment and kind of just, like, odd thing very well, being, kind of being exposed to Earth and humanity and stuff like that. Like, she does that, like...
She gets hints of being a little bit lighter of a character, but still very serious and, like, not imposing. What do I want to say? Like, intimidating.
Yeah.
Kind of, like, strong.
But when she's Diana in those movies, she is, like, almost a little naive, which in the first one works really well because she's just being exposed to the outside world for the first time. So it's kind of like adorable to see. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like that's so much of her character throughout all of it. And it's just, I don't know. But in this, she genuinely looked like she was having such a fun time.
She got to be like villainous and goofy and like, I don't know. It was like definitely a different side than what I'm used to seeing from her. And it was very natural. So like you said, I think she was having fun. I mean, how could you not with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't imagine how they kept a straight face on that. And then they had this really awesome fight scene between the three of them where she was just kicking. It was so cool just seeing her kick these two giant dudes' asses. Yeah. And it had a really nice blend of comedy and adventure in it. I was very surprised at how much I actually enjoyed it. The bullfighting scene was really funny.
Surprisingly good CGI in that bullfighting scene, because I was like, I think it's real. And you were like, no, I don't think it's real. I need a VFX artist react to that scene. Yeah. That was crazy.
But, and again, spoilers. Mm-hmm. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Oh.
Okay. The fucking twists and turns that this movie takes.
That twist ending, because John knows this. He's very frustrated by it. I like to guess the ending of sentences that John's saying mid-sentence, movies, books, TV shows, whatever. I like to try to figure it out and guess along the way. Not once did I guess that ending.
Right.
Where The Rock was the bad guy?
Yeah, that blew my fucking mind.
That was so good.
Yeah. I love a good heist movie, and because the movie starts out with, he's this FBI agent chasing, this art thief who was betrayed by an even bigger art thief. Who then turns on him and gets him arrested. So he has to team with an art thief to it's a whole thing. Yeah. So when we get to this moment of the movie where he's going to arrest Gal Gadot, and it turns out that they are both the same, like they're a thief team.
Yeah, they're equals. It kind of they were like obviously in a romantic relationship. I don't think they ever mentioned that they were married, but in my head canon, they were married the whole time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They played that off really well, and never once did I guess that. Because even when he kissed her, I thought it was gonna be like a cliche kind of like, they had some sexual tension.
Yeah, good guy fell for the bad guy thing.
So I thought that's what it was, but then when it turned out to be more, they really got my ass there.
Yeah, and it also felt like they were setting up a sequel where they all three teamed up. They showed them walking up to the Louvre in France at the end. I would love to see a sequel where they are all actually on the same team, betrayal, because I think that'd be really, really fun.
Yeah, I think a sequel is all but guaranteed here, just because, especially with that big of an opening on Netflix. Yeah, I think it's pretty much guaranteed at this point. I think it had a limited theatrical release as well, so I'm wondering how it'll do at the box office. But either way, I mean, Netflix is weird. They don't really release streaming numbers like that.
Yeah.
They'll just kind of mention it by words.
Yeah.
Instead of metrics, but whatever, that's their prerogative. They have the money. But yeah, I think at this point, it's pretty much guaranteed. I don't know how soon we'll get it.
Yeah.
Because I know Ryan Reynolds just, announced he's taking a little break from his acting career right now.
And here's hoping The Rock's about to be on fucking WWE for a few months. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But I do think, one thing that was really funny, and it didn't take me out of the movie at all. I just thought it was funny. There's a scene inside of Ryan Reynolds' house in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got a nice old bottle of aviation gin just sitting on the counter. And I was like, little product placement for you. And in the very next scene, when The Rock is at a bar, he is getting served a glass of Terramana tequila. That's his own tequila.
Yeah, you caught both of those. I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm like...
That's funny. I like it.
It's...
Fucking go for it.
Exactly.
It's your movie.
It's just so funny. And I think Ryan Reynolds at some point earlier this year or last year, he did a commercial that was for 3 things at once. It was like an aviation commercial that turned out to be a commercial for a movie that turned out to be a commercial for something else.
I feel like I remember that.
It was so weird. You can't watch this movie and not at least have a good, even if you can catch, which I don't think you will, if you can catch some of the heist cliches in it, or some of the twists and turns, or even some of the corny, not corny, but some of the banter between the two where it's just joke after joke after joke, you can't watch this and not have a good time.
Yeah.
It is just a very fun, it's a fun popcorn movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good I have 2 hours. I'm not doing anything. I want to watch something.
Yeah, it's Ryan Reynolds and The Rock.
It's Ryan Reynolds
and then Gal Gadot in there for good measure.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I don't know if you have any other thoughts.
Nope, that's pretty much where I'm at too.
Hell yeah, but they have been pumping up how, Survivor Series is brought to you by Red Notice and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Now, fun fact for all y'all out there, The Rock made his debut in WWE as Rocky Maivia 25 years ago at Survivor Series.
It seems interesting. It seems like maybe the perfect time to come back at Survivor Series and your 25th anniversary.
Now, I don't know if he'll be wrestling in a match. I would love to see him wrestle one last time at WrestleMania. I mean, and he's already done that. He's already kind of had his final match at WrestleMania. So I don't know that he will. But at least coming back for...
Look behind you. Look behind you.
Boy, get the hell...
Get out of there.
Oh, God, these cats. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, feel free to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. All right, see you next time.